my channel. My name is Maria if you are new here, and today I wanted to go over one book that I just finished reading a couple of days ago. That was part of my February read. It's called The Midnight Library by Matthew Haig. So yeah, and as usual, let's go get coffee and then let's talk about the book. Hi, can I have a small blueberry oat milk cold brew? Why does the line have to be so fucking long? We got the coffee, finally. I hope it's the right one because she kind of like sounded really confused with what I was ordering. I do smell a lot of blueberries though. Tastes like freaking coffee and water. Anywho, let's go on. Drive for a little walk to talk about some books.
Few moments later.
Well, hello, we are ready to talk about The Midnight Library. So a couple of weeks ago, I know I said like 2 days ago, but it was actually like a couple of weeks ago, I read a book called The Midnight Library. It was actually like really interesting. So it wasn't what you would think. It was just like about books and like about some girl like hanging out in a book or in a library or anything like that. It was actually like a lot more meaningful from like what I thought. So we followed the character Nora. She decided that she didn't want to live anymore. So she took her life, and she was in this place like between life and death. And in her story, that place between life and death was the library. And she was only in that place like when the clock is 00:00, so like at midnight, and the clock doesn't move, doesn't go forward. It's just like the time has stopped. So she's just like in that place. So the books in that library, they're not like necessarily just like, they're not like really books. They're actually hold her life stories or like life paths that could have been if she decided to choose some other stuff in her life. Like she made different choices in her life. Like she possibly could have been a swimmer. She possibly could have been like in a really famous band, or like she decided to get married instead of turning her soon-to-be husband away and canceling the marriage and the wedding. So there's so many possibilities in life, and like literally that is what life is. You just kind of go along the path, you make decisions, and you think that these are the best decisions at that time, but you don't know how it's all going to play out like in your life. So in that place where she's like between life and death in the library, she meets Mrs. Elm, who was her librarian at her school, I believe. I know it would be like really strange, like you would see somebody that you like know from your life that just kind of is a personification, I guess. You know, she just takes that role as the person who is like guiding her in that place. So Mrs. Elm, she basically tells her the rules, that this is like the middle, this is like the place where you're at, like between life and death. So you like get to choose what other life you would like to live. Just choose wisely, because you are going to end up living in that life forever. And then you're just gonna like, if you die in that life, you die. So yeah, so that's pretty much like the story. So she like travels through all the books. She like gets these choices. So I don't think like the main point of the book was seeing her life. In a way it kind of is, but it really isn't. It's kind of more so the meaning behind it is that she's not happy with her current life, and she like thinks that all these other situations that she didn't take up, or like all these other stuff that she like kind of declined, like she possibly could have been in the Olympics, so she lives that life, and then again she isn't happy, or like because something else suffers in her life, So in a way, you're never really going to be happy fully, because something that you take, like a chance that you take, something else like kind of probably like gets taken away. So, you know, it's like kind of the life kind of balance, like on a scale or whatever. So like you take something off of that part, off of that side, you add, you know, like you add something to one scale side, the other one, you know, gets taken away. So it's like you have to have that balance in your life, and you can't have everything. That's what we've learned. Like you can't be like rich, successful, happy completely and like never struggle. That never happens, you know. Like we hear like all kinds of stories that even celebrities suffer, you know, from all sorts of stuff, like mental illnesses, or they're not really fulfilled, they don't feel like they're really happy. So basically that's just how it is, and like how she moves through the lives that she chooses to go into. There was one life, I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to give it away if you didn't read the book, but she did kind of really like it, but she still felt something was missing. And you just kind of get pulled away, like faded out of that life if you feel like disappointment or something like that. Then she like realizes, you know, some stuff that it's not like about like you're never gonna be truly happy. You're just gonna have to like make the best of your life. So I definitely like think this book was really worth being the Goodreads Choice book of 2020. I believe it was in the fiction category, so it was the top book. I've never heard anybody really talk about it, actually. I didn't see anything about Instagram, or maybe I missed it on Instagram or something, but I didn't like see it all over the place like I did with the guest list and some other books. Or like The Vanishing Half, I saw all over Instagram. Definitely worth a read too. It was one of my favorites for 2020. Yeah, but I didn't see The Midnight Library anywhere. Like I said, like maybe I missed it, but it's so worth it. Like it has so much meaning to it. I know a lot of people weren't really happy with it because we didn't really like go deep, super deep, like a connection with Nora's life, but I think that was not the point of the story. It's more of like the hidden meaning of life behind it and what it means to us, and you know, all that stuff. It did kind of remind me of Blake Crouch and his book Recursion. It kind of has a similar situation like with it, where it's like going through lives and stuff. So if you like that one, you're definitely gonna like The Midnight Library. I definitely recommend The Midnight Library if you haven't read it. It will definitely be a fave of yours. So that is like one of my favorites right now of 2021. So yeah, so that is my speech or my TED Talk of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you read The Midnight Library, what you thought about it. Grab your coffee. This one's pretty good. It tastes like water and coffee with the hint of blueberry. Yeah, just sit outside, enjoy the weather, and we'll see each other soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Bye.